Hi, that guys. Should be your intro. Sorry. Did you record that?
Yeah.
Amazing. I'll
put that in there.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
Some thoughts probably should not be said out loud, but I recorded mine. Hi guys, it's Mara, and welcome back to the podcast where I share my thoughts on the internet with all of you. I think that was it.
That sounded kind of right.
And I don't remember. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
And I'm back.
She's back.
It's a grand finale.
Amazing.
I'm hoping for 3 episodes.
Yeah, we'll see.
How much can we out today?
I don't know. This is Allie, by the way.
Oh, I feel like they should just know.
Yeah, hi.
Of course it's Allie. She's here for every monumental moment.
I know. We're going to talk about a lot today.
There's a lot.
A lot of moments. It's been a year.
A whole entire year, actually.
Yeah, so do you want to kind of start at the beginning a little bit?
I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing. I think our last episodes that I did with you was a mental breakdown.
It sure was.
So we're past that, right?
Yeah, I would say we're past that. Okay. It's still my topic of breakdown is still in the back of my head at all times because I think I maybe traumatized myself.
PTSD, yeah.
Yeah, over my own thoughts, if that's possible.
Check out Thoughts Podcast.
That was good. That was an accident, and that was good. But I'm operating now. I'm not just having panic attacks every day. Well, I am, but like about random things. Like I thought my retina was detaching from my eye yesterday.
You're kind of like an organized chaos right now.
Yeah, it's very organized. My panic attacks are labeled in a container.
All right, so let's talk about after the breakdown.
After the breakdown.
Okay, we're headed into like springtime, I think, because it was like around the winter time.
Yes.
So let's talk about your like spring of last year and some of the stuff you did, because I think that you lived a little after that, and
I definitely did.
It got you out of the funk.
It did.
And you had some exciting things happen.
Yeah.
Like modeling for a boutique.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Did. So I modeled a lot, because you got me into it.
But forced her.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
Right? I
She's good at it.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I guess I really wasn't doing a lot of anything.
Yeah.
For a while. Maybe I isolated myself on accident and I didn't know that. I don't really know what happened, but I just haven't been modeling for a hot second. And then there was, I don't know if I saw it from an Instagram post or what
I think
happened.
I sent you.
I think you did.
I think I sent you this, or may have been like, because I know the photographer.
Yes.
Shout out Tess. We love you.
I love her so
much. Walters & Co., I believe, is what her name is. Everybody go follow her. She's amazing.
Love her.
Yes. And
you did. You sent me it on Instagram, and it was an application process or something.
Yeah.
And I got selected, and I was like, you know what? Good. Let's go. I was definitely spiraling, but I remember being there, and I was texting my boyfriend at the time, and I'm like, I feel so happy right now. And I just got to try on a bunch of different clothes from the boutique, different outfits. It was on their like email marketing list, and there's their Instagram for ads, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, how did it feel like being back in that element again?
It was so good. And there was also a girl there that was doing like the social media side of it all, and I like to talk to her about like the editing and what she's doing, and I just got to see all the sides of it.
I know, which makes me want to segue a little bit into...
I know, I want to segue bad.
Yeah.
Should we do it? Just go for it?
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should scream out loud and proud. Tell everyone what you did.
Guys, I own a business. Like a whole like registered with the
literal
state.
LLC.
I filed taxes.
Yeah.
Business, which I did pretty good. My tax guy was proud.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was really good. And then I forgot
my tax
his
guy
name.
hates me. But anyway,
do you want mine?
It's only because I'm married and there's like all this stuff. So.
That's a lot.
It's no big deal. It'll be fine.
Okay, just numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a business now, and it's M Creative Content and Digital Marketing, and I do everything that has to do with social media and content creation and editing, and if it's digital, I probably want to mess with it.
Amazing. Can you tell us like the vibe that give us a vibe of your creation, of your job? What What's the vibe of M?
The vibe, I feel like my aesthetic that I keep in that feed is all just very light and happy and fun. I'm kind of leaning towards getting into like products now.
I love it.
And at first I thought I was literally just doing weddings, and you helped me with that. We
Yeah.
did a little styled shoot together, really fun. And I thought
A literal wedding.
yeah, we
Yes.
did also do that.
Yes.
It was awesome. And I still like love weddings. And then the more I got into it, I was like, I kind of like these products. And I just recently made a brand kit and doing like branding, the colors, the fonts, kind of almost creating aesthetics and brand messages. And I'm really liking that too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's like a million different directions I want to go in. I'm not.
I know. I recently had her, I did hire you. Like, I paid this girl. I mean, get paid for what you do.
Thank you.
Always. And
Thank
friends
you.
support friends. So remember that. Don't ask your friends for free stuff. Support them. Anywho, see what see. So she actually came along with me to a dance shoot, and that was for a local dance supply store chain where I photographed the dancers, and I made her do some branding content, and it was really good, guys.
That was so fun. I loved being with the dancers too, because like
Yeah.
I used to dance, and
Exactly.
it was like refreshing to still be around it, even though like I don't think I can bend like that anymore.
Oh my god, no, my back hurts
That's
looking
not
at
happening.
them.
I tried to do a split the other day because I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do some lunging,
Yeah.
some straddles. I tried to go down in it, and I'm still feeling it.
I know.
It's bad. And then I'm watching like the TikTok dancers now that are like crazy flexible, and they're like my age still.
Can we talk about Tate McRae for a minute?
Yes,
like,
please.
woof, girl can do it.
The back bend thing.
Yes, that's a
Have you seen
challenge.
it? So I tried it.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And that's kind of what spiraled my wow, I can't even do a split anymore. I could never do a back bend like to begin with, so I don't know.
It's true. I was
I
her
don't
dance
know
teacher.
I don't know why I convinced myself. I was like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Girl could do a leg, but that back wasn't doing anything.
No, I don't know why. I just never was flexible in the spine.
I know. The girls at the shoot, oh my god.
Incredible.
So
amazing.
talented.
I
love them. See, we're like
So
fangirling over them.
good.
Yeah, they were all very talented, very beautiful. Like, they really represented that brand, and so did you. Like, I loved your content you created that day, so it was exciting to see you actually in action with your business.
It was
And
fun. I love, there's a little behind the scene clip that I'm not sure, I think I put it in a reel maybe on my business page, and you were standing on the couch
we
above
both
me.
were standing on this couch because the way the room was, it was more wide than it was in like depth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so we had to stand on a couch.
And these dancers have legs for
Yes.
days.
Yes.
And we don't.
No.
we don't
yeah.
have that.
Oh my god, so true. So we were like huddled on this little couch trying to capture these like beautiful moments. It worked out. Like it got done. We
It
did
looks
the dang
good.
thing. But it was really funny seeing
Yeah.
where we were versus like it was like us taking the shot versus the shot, and it was just really funny.
We need to get like those glasses that have the cameras in it and put it on a dancer.
Oh my
so
gosh,
we can see
yes.
what
Ray
we
Ban
look
has
like.
them. We're gonna get them.
That'd be so funny.
So that was really fun to see you do that, and I think you do
Loved
thrive really well with supporting brands and other things. So I'm
I
excited.
really like brands. There's one right now I've been just eyeing up Glossier, and they just I'm not sure how recent it was, but it's still popular on LinkedIn. It was like this dark cherry thing, and everything was like a very like dark aesthetic, but like the cherries on everything, and I was
Ooh, I love that.
obsessed with it. So if there's a brand out there that wants to do anything with cherries, please let me know, because I'm dying to put cherries on things.
Ooh, I love that.
Ugh, it
I'm
was
super
so
excited
good.
to see where you go with this, because you've had a lot of things. Like, you've done not even just brand stuff, you've even done like stuff for cities
Yeah.
and other businesses that even don't have the most aesthetic, but they need it, so
Yeah.
they contact you.
I love getting in there and just like making the aesthetic. I feel like a walking Pinterest board some days,
Love.
but it's the best.
Who doesn't love Pinterest?
Right? And also, like, as a person, I feel like I was always dabbling in like different little aesthetics and never fully committed to one.
I would agree with that for you.
So it's so fun to be able to go to other places and be like, ooh, I don't have to be like pink and girly for this one, even though my page looks like that. Like, their brand isn't that. So I can just like play
Yeah.
around.
We love it. We love free reign on things sometimes.
I'm a free range aesthetic.
Amazing. Do you, can you tell people where they can find you at?
Oh yeah, it's on Instagram, M Creative Content. I have a website through Squarespace. It's on Facebook. I'm sure I'll link it in the description of this episode.
Yes.
Please click it.
Amazing.
And share
What are your future endeavors? What are you hoping for?
Ooh, I really like right now digital products and being able to sell like bundles on Etsy. And I did start an Etsy page. I'm not taking it very seriously yet. It's just on the side. But I'd love to like dabble into maybe graphic design and templates, maybe some more brand kits. Those are fun. I'd love to see where I could go with all of that.
I think I've convinced her to do a tiny bit of photography education with me.
You did.
So
You did.
we'll see.
Not
just for
full on.
Yeah,
but, like,
she's not going to go shoot like a family session or something.
No.
It's just for like branding purposes.
Yes. Feed filler photos.
Oh yeah.
Just like the little details, and definitely like with products. I would love to do like product photography, but not like full on. I don't think I'll ever brand myself as a photographer, but
I get it. But I don't, because I do.
You are.
I am.
You
that is
are
what
a
I do.
photographer.
Right, but I get it. Like, as in, there's some things that I won't do.
Yeah.
Like you said, like you'd never, like you're open to doing a couple like photography like things.
Yeah,
but
like when it comes to
nothing
like
crazy.
branding, maybe a couple
Exactly.
like headshots,
Right.
details.
Like
but
I'm never gonna be a newborn photographer. Like that's not my thing. So
me either.
like I get it. Like I can't do what those ladies do. They're literal.
Yeah.
Like dang.
No, I love photographers. So much respect to them, but I don't know how to do that, and I don't know. I don't
And that's
think that'll
okay.
be my full blown thing.
There's things I don't know how to do for
Yeah.
like on your side. So like it's everyone's got their thing. Everyone's got their niche. So
I like that.
amazing. I'm excited for what the future holds with you and Em.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for gracing us with.
Can we talk about
that.
you for a second?
Oh God. Yes.
So, I do credit you for like a lot of the things I do because you've like helped me get
That's
started.
what older cousins do.
Well, I want to put the spotlight on your photography for a second.
God.
What are you doing? What do you want to do?
Oh God, I'm just like swamped with the wedding stuff.
Yeah.
As they say, girl boss close to the sun. I may have taken on a little too much this year, so I'm just gonna work on surviving this year. And
That's a good goal. I would like to survive.
yeah, for like the wedding side, because I have the two kind of business things. I don't think it's been a year, so
I really don't think we've talked about it.
Yeah, so I did separate because I do dancers as well, as you know. We just talked about that. It was like all under one kind of thing, so I separated the two, and it's the best thing I've ever done for my business. So now I have my Allison Cole Photography, Instagram, and that's
Yeah.
just weddings, and then I have the Allison Cole Photography dance, and it's just like skyrocketed so much in the dance aspect, because I do think there isn't a lot of people in that specific
I love that. Yeah.
space, so it's easy for me to blossom with. And I'm super excited for this year. I went from having like 10 ambassadors to having 30, and
Yay.
I just have so many ideas. It's going to be a lot of learning for me because I've never had that many dancers that I have to report to and do all these
Yeah.
things, but like I think it's going to be good, and then it's better to say yes to something than to just never try it at all.
That's true.
And because I'm
That's
not going to
good.
get anywhere by sitting down and doing nothing. So I'm going to work
Do
it out.
the thing. Do all
Yeah.
the things.
I have a lot of things happening that I want to get done in the dance aspect, which I may be contacting you for.
Oh, I'm already in.
Yeah.
What
So,
day? I'll write it down right now.
I don't know yet. Again, I'm going to survive this year with the wedding stuff. I'm still going to do weddings
Yeah.
in the next coming year, but I'm going to do a little less, I think, and then just really go full into the dance space, because
That makes so much sense, like, in my brain for you. Like, doing
Yeah.
all the dance stuff. That just makes sense to me.
yeah, like I love weddings and I'm never going to not love it, but I do think that it takes a certain person, and it takes a certain I don't know how to describe it, but there is a lot of anxiety and a lot of I mean, you can get such beautiful things at a wedding. I think it's such a beautiful, like,
Oh,
I'm the
yeah.
first person that's going to cry during vows, like, even though I should be taking the picture, but I'm just like, oh my God, that was stunning. But like, I love a
Sobbing
wedding.
behind the
Yeah.
camera.
I love and I love weddings, but I don't love the extra stuff that comes with it. Like, sometimes there's like drama and there's,
Yeah.
sometimes families don't get along. Like,
There's a
I'm not
lot
about
there.
that sometimes. And dance has just always been so, like, such a light.
Yeah.
So it's always
you
a good
dance, like,
time.
forever.
Yeah, it's just such a good spot for me, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that I've never had a negative like thing on that side of my photography. Like, there's no drama, there's no anything.
Good.
It's just like good vibes. Like, everyone's there to have fun. Everyone's there to like create art. Everyone's there to like just feed off of each other's energy, and
I
it's always
love
good
that.
energy, and there's no
Yeah.
stress, and I just love it. So I think I'm gonna gradually go towards that, but I'm still gonna do weddings because a part of me is gonna miss that if I don't.
Yeah.
And so
And like you can find a balance that works for
exactly,
you. And what you like.
I'm gonna scale less on weddings. I'm still gonna do like second shooting, and I'm
Yeah.
still gonna do stuff like that. I'm gonna take on my original number I told myself I'd take on, and just keep it at that because I think that was a good number. But again, I took on too much this year, so I'm
I
gonna.
can see a slight fear in
Yeah,
your eyes.
I'm going to get there. Like, everyone's gonna turn out. Everything's gonna be fine. Like, I know how
Oh,
to
yeah,
do
you'll
my
be
job.
good.
Like, I'm gonna get it done. It's all gonna be great. But since upping my dance side of it, I just have to be very careful with how I'm spending my time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get it done. I'm always very good at getting what I gotta get, got.
Yeah.
But
What I gotta get got will be
yeah,
gotten.
yes, exactly. But it's just it's a big year for me. Let's just say that. It's just there's a lot going on, and it's gonna get done, and it's gonna be magical. It's gonna be worth it. It's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
gonna be worth it. Like I said, I'm never gonna say no to an opportunity, but maybe maybe take a tiny bit of a scale back.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I think I just got really excited. So I was like, yes, let's do it all. And then, but
I do that a lot with
Yeah.
like random things.
and it's only for like 1 month, really. I think I'm only freaking out about 1 month of the year. It's like my busiest booking month. And then it kind of dies
You're
down.
just gonna have to like buckle up.
Yeah, like it's literally only for like one little season of my season. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it'll all be okay. I'm gonna make it through. I've got great support. I've got friends I can
Be
ask.
good.
Like, it's
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
You're
So
gonna get through it.
yeah, but I'm excited for what's to come.
I'm excited too. What do
Yeah.
you think you want to do like long term, like with the
Ooh.
dance side?
I think I want to continue doing my ambassador program. I'd like to travel with it for sure.
Ooh.
I think there's just so much to do. I
There's
don't know.
so much there.
Like, there's so many dancers. There's so many companies. There's just so much
You
within
could go in
it.
any direction.
100%. I think that there's always gonna be a dancer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's so fun.
Do you think you ever want to do like brand work through that, or just
I
more,
kind of
like,
do already a
studio?
little bit.
Yeah.
Well, my main okay. Okay, so
Oh.
I do have a plan. I haven't put it out into the universe yet because I'm a little nervous about it. But I want to get into a little bit of video.
Ooh. Okay.
And I want to even get a little bit back into choreography.
Yes.
I want to choreograph again, and I'd love to maybe get into doing guest choreography.
That would be
We'll
cool.
see. We'll see.
Yeah.
It depends, but I mean, nobody's gonna know until I actually do it. So
Yeah, that's true.
If I have ambassadors, I know dancers. Even if like
Yeah.
somebody's gonna be willing to learn something I create, video it, put it out to the universe,
Yeah.
see what happens. But even if it's
I
not even
love
my
that
choreography, I would still love to be like, okay, this is your moment. I will credit everyone.
Yeah.
Credit is where credit's due. So like even if somebody had a routine,
Yeah.
and they loved it, and they want to document that without it being just like from a
Ooh.
competition,
Mhm.
but like in a good way.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't have
I
to
know
be
exactly what you're talking about, and I love that
yeah,
idea.
I would love to give somebody that. I think that is something lovely because like going back, like I don't have anything to look at. I don't have any routines that I ever did
Yeah.
where I'm just like, oh, I don't really have that documented.
Yeah.
Like some people could, but again, it's just from like a competitive atmosphere, and maybe you
Yeah.
dance out of frame a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're not, it's just, I want to give that professional, polished looking content, and then they can have that forever. And
I love that
I just,
idea.
it's something I
That's
want to
good.
do. I just have to figure out how to
Yeah.
do it.
I
So.
have some ideas. We should chat about that.
Yeah.
I have some good ideas.
I have a whole thing. Like, I know exactly how I kind of want to shoot it. I kind of know how I want the space to be. I just think that there's just something so good in that. I just have to
I
get
love
there.
that.
I'm not there yet. Again, I'm surviving this year, and then I'm gonna dive in deeper with that. I'm afraid to pull the trigger with it.
Yeah.
But I think that I need to.
Well, I also agree. I also have been living by recently. You have that thought for a reason. And like
Oh.
it's not just like in your head because like you got a random idea. Like there's a reason that you're thinking about that.
Okay. I
Definitely-
like it.
yeah.
It could be a little bit more organic than I'm like pushing it to be, maybe.
Well, it'll get there though.
Okay.
You got that thought for a reason though. Like something.
It's true. It's
Something
true.
put that there. It could
Okay.
be something, and maybe it's something that you don't know yet. Like maybe that might turn into something else, and then you'll be like, "Oh, this makes sense."
I think it could very well go into I do the photography branding with the dance like supply store,
Yeah.
and like you could even do, I think that it would be really great to incorporate like seeing how, like, I love to see how, because when you're dancing it's movement, and you want to see
Yeah.
how the what's on you is going to move.
Yeah.
And I just think it would be really nice to see like that, because I remember even as a dance teacher, or even with like your costumes, I'd be like, I want this specific fabric, because I really like to play with fabric. So I
Yeah.
like to like be like, okay, now bunch up your skirt, throw your skirt, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I want to see how it moves. And it was kind of hard to buy things just being like, okay, hopefully that does the thing,
Does what
I
I
mean,
want it to
some
do.
yeah, some stores already have that option where you can be like, okay, watch the dancer dance in it.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be nice if I can incorporate it to my clients as well.
I like that a lot. That's
So,
really neat.
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. They're not birthed yet. they're still cooking.
Wow, that was a lot, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm surprised
And
I
I
actually
think-
had that much to tell you.
Yeah. I
So-
feel like I just learned so much, and I'm excited. Like I'm ready to sit down with a notebook right now and be like, okay, let's do it.
Amazing.
Let's do it right
Yeah,
now.
I guess I've never really said that out loud. I've just kind of been sitting on it for a while, so it was nice to say out loud.
Yay! How's it feel?
Feels good. I just
Does
have to
it?
do it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
hardest part.
Now I feel like
kinda.
I let it out there, so now I feel like I have to do it. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Ah,
Someone on here is gonna comment and be like, "So when's she gonna?"
Yeah.
when's she-"
All
I
right,
have a
hurry
fun
up.
fabric
Yeah.
that moves. If you want to come.
yeah. Oh, I love the move. I've always loved like how fabric moves, and even
Yeah.
without dance, like even when I did modeling pictures, you'd be like, okay, move this. Like,
Yes, all the
I
time
love
you'd be like,
movement.
"Throw this," and then the wind would start going crazy, and my eyes were watering. But you were like, "It looks so good.
Yeah,
It's
you look
moving."
great as you're crying.
I'm like, "Oh, okay. Good
Yeah.
luck editing."
It's so true. Oh my god. But yeah, so that's my thing. Still doing weddings. I'll never not do weddings, but dive a little bit more into the dance.
There's so much there. That's exciting. There's
Yeah.
so much there to do.
Yeah, I want to be that lady. I
You
wanna
will
be
be
that
that
dance
lady.
lady.
That
Again,
dance
still gonna
lady.
do weddings, but it is a very saturated market, and
Yeah, I've kind of noticed
yeah,
that.
I've made a lot of friends doing it, and I still want to do it because I don't ever want to like get rid of those connections.
Yeah.
I really want to get into the thing that I know I'm 100% good at, and like,
That's good.
and I have like the knowledge and
Yeah.
the background that not a lot of people have to be good at it.
Yes.
Because not everyone can be like, throw out a dance term that they don't even know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, it just makes a lot of sense since I already have these tools to implement into.
Yeah, that
It-
it definitely like helps. I work part-time for another like I'm not going to say small because she's pretty
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes,
Yeah.
girl. Please.
And it's all marketing and content creation, but it's for horses. And like
Yes.
when I'm doing stuff, it's like I notice little things in my edits, like, oh, if someone lands a jump and their horse is on the wrong lead, like I'm saying that to you, and you're like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
I remember you telling me I did a senior session once, and
Oh,
they
I
had a
know
horse.
what you're talking about, yeah.
And you were like, the ears, and I was like, what do you mean the ears? What are you talking about? And she's like, their ears are down, and I was like, What do you mean they're down? Like, they're just ears. And you're like, they have to be like alert or like they have to be up or something.
Yeah, it
And
just
so
like
you
makes them more like.
yes, you told me that. And then I
It
had a
changes the
senior
vibe.
session years later and they had a horse. And I spit that out, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, how do you know that?" And I was like, "I did
Yes.
give you credit. I could have
Thank
been
you.
like, yeah, you know, I just knew that, but no, I didn't."
I got a lot of horse knowledge.
And I remember sending you the horse pictures, being like, "Look at the ears." Remember
I was
that?
really proud. I was really proud.
I was like, "Are the ears good?" And she's like, "Yes, the ears are good."
Yeah, it's like an ongoing like inside joke with some of the girls that I work with. And we're always just like trying to throw grass. We're crinkling things. We're like doing jumping jacks behind the camera, trying to get like horses' ears to be forward. It
That's
makes
so
a
funny.
difference. And like other people wouldn't understand that. So
Yeah,
I
I
understand
didn't
what you're
know.
saying
Yeah.
with the dance stuff. Like it makes a
100%.
difference when you know like what you're capturing.
Yeah, and
It
I've
helps.
had people actually come to me that don't do dancers, like reach out and be like, "Hey, how do I do this?" And it's
Yeah.
like, "Well, here's some terms," and they're like, "How do I pronounce these?"
Yeah,
You know, like
that's fair.
there's like people that are like, "I wish I could do this, but I don't know how to direct that." And
Yeah.
it's like that's something special that I can do.
Ooh.
So
Have
it's
you ever
nice.
thought maybe even doing like some type of creative directing?
And
that's-
what do you mean?
I don't know. I don't just
I guess kind of
doing
in like
some direction. on
yeah,
the
kind
side?
of maybe.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I
don't
kinda
know.
mean
That's
by
like
the-
a totally different.
Yeah, that's what I kind of mean by like the whole dance video thing. Like
Yeah.
bringing back choreography for me, that's kind of like
Okay.
direction.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking something like that
I like all of them.
mostly. So, but again, I do want to get a little bit back into choreography because I do miss it a lot.
think
But I
you
don't think
should.
I want to do like competition. I don't want to go do that
Yeah.
again. That's such a full long day.
That
Like,
is.
I don't want to go be a dance teacher again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
You just want to create, but like on a, I wouldn't say a smaller scale, but just like a different.
yeah, I
different vibe
I
there.
will always stand by that I'm a better choreographer than I am a dance teacher. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
So like I
Yeah.
don't think I could go be like, okay, here, you know,
Do
here's yeah.
This.
I can't just be like I'm not like I don't have the perfect ballet terminology. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I can create something beautiful, but I can't exactly give you the best terminology
Yeah.
and the best education behind it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
And I'm very self-aware about that. So,
Hey, that's a good thing though.
Yeah.
It does make sense though. I understand what you're saying.
amazing.
You know, if
amazing.
you make me a little like TikTok dance or something, I'll do it.
Oh, you know I will.
I can't bend though.
That's okay. I won't put any of that in
Maybe
there.
that's actually one of my personal goals right now is to try to get like my flexibility back.
Amazing.
Yeah, not to like go and be a dancer or anything again, but like that was nice.
I will say it will help you a lot in your 30s because I can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of like prepping for that. Like I want to be one of those like ladies one day and they're like 60 years old and they still have a six pack.
Wow.
I wanna
Those goals
be-
are high.
Yeah, but I think it starts with me now being 25 getting a split back.
I like the logic.
I think that will just build up.
No, it's crazy. I've heard a few people tell me and they're only like 30 and they'd be like, I can't even sit on the ground in Indian style, like crisscross applesauce.
I don't want that to happen to me.
I always make sure I can do it. Like I'm always like, can I still sit Indian style? And then I do, and I'm like, okay, we good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you check.
Oh, and you have to do a birthday sprint, everybody.
A birthday sprint?
Yes, birthday sprints are a necessity. If it's your birthday, go out there, sprint as fast as you can because there's gonna be one day that you can't sprint anymore.
I have so many sprints I need to do to make up for
Go.
this.
What are you, 26, 25?
25.
Yeah, you better get out there and
I need to be sprinting.
25 sprints, please.
How long do I have to sprint?
It's just a
though?
sprint. Sprints aren't long. This is not a long running
Oh.
thing. Like it's just a sprint. You can like maybe run across your yard to a tree and tag it. You
Okay.
know, like
Yeah.
when you're a kid, you're like, I better just go run to this tree. You know?
I was thinking this the other day. I'm doing a lot of yard work now, and I kind of
Great.
enjoy it. I don't know. Jenna Marble said in a video that like sometime in her 20s, like a switch flipped in her brain, and now she just really likes plants.
Agreed. I think you're getting to that age.
Yes,
I think
that happened to
26
me.
was it for me, so it makes sense.
Yeah, mine. Well, originally my gardening era started during COVID because I played so much Animal Crossings, and then it was like springtime kind of, and we were all still in lockdown. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I need to get some sun, but like I can't be around people, but like a plant is fine. So then I went outside of my house and I like did all of my flower beds that year, and then ever since then it's like snowballing to now when I'm like convinced that I'm going to live off the land and have like a homestead. I want
Yeah.
to make sourdough bread.
No, I think you should. I do you remember you growing like fruits and vegetables?
I
And
do.
yeah,
Last
so
year?
tell us what you've
Yeah.
grown.
Okay, so last year was my first year. I was like, I'm gonna have like a garden, like that you can
Yeah.
eat things.
I
Not
did
just, like,
that
flowers.
once, and I honestly just picked flowers for me. I liked cut flowers.
Yeah.
I loved that. My family doesn't eat vegetables, as you know, but me, and I'm only one girl. Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
Trust me, I didn't realize like how much my plants could give me.
Yeah, you're one person. Like,
And it was
did
crazy.
the boyfriend even eat like vegetables?
Did he even eat?
Does he eat vegetables? I don't know.
No, he does.
That's
Some of
good.
the things I planted, like peppers, I don't eat peppers, but he liked peppers, so I planted the peppers
Perfect.
for him. And then some of the peppers he didn't even eat, and it got to the point where it's like no one can eat this, so I gave it to the goats.
That's smart.
like-
You do have like a nice like way of
Yes.
getting rid of it.
Those
That's actually
goats.
perfect.
Those goats do a lot. And then I discovered that they don't like green peppers. They only like red peppers.
I am with the goats. Okay, I don't like a green pepper. I only like yellow or red. So yeah, goats.
I mean, my
are
goats
right.
are just picky. I don't get it. They're not.
I am a goat now. I am the goat. Anyways,
That was good.
Thank
That
you.
was good. I'll put that one on a t-shirt.
I like it.
That
Ooh,
one.
a nice.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
good.
What else did you grow?
My box gardens though. Yeah,
Yes.
so I had these beautiful box gardens. I'm actually staining them right now. We'll go down that path in a second.
Okay.
But I did peppers, I did peas, but those did not. I did something wrong. I think they're
Oh.
supposed to like
I grew peas
climb.
really good.
What'd you do?
I
Why
didn't do
mine look like that?
anything. They were planted in the ground. They did not climb, but I had peas for days. Oh no, they weren't peas. They were green beans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my beans I didn't do anything, and I had so many.
Yeah, those things you can. It takes
Like,
a lot to mess those up.
And then I didn't know when I was supposed to pick them, so some of mine were like overdone. And then I was like, oh, I followed this recipe on Pinterest about how to cook beans out of the garden. I was like, why are mine awful? It's because I left them.
Should we segue with the broccoli real quick?
Okay, let's. Yeah, I have
Just real quick. We'll go back to the gardening in just a minute, guys. But
Okay, go
I
for
I gave Mara a recipe. It's the most simple recipe. Should I tell the recipe and like
Yeah.
how to do it?
Absolutely. you
Okay,
should.
everybody. Baked broccoli. Okay, you take your broccoli florets. You could get it in a bunch, and you can cut them yourself or get them in a pre-washed bag. Whatever. No hate. Do
I
what
cut
you gotta
them
do.
myself.
Okay, nice. I also just buy the bunch and cut them myself.
Yeah, I went to Aldi's, and that's all they had was like
Yeah.
unless
A bushel? Is it a bushel or a bunch?
I just called it like a broccoli head because like a lettuce head.
Okay,
but
I'm
I
here for
don't
it.
think that's right. I don't know.
So you cut it up.
Yep.
Into florets.
I did that, guys. Okay,
Make
I
sure
did
you
that.
make sure you wash your produce, guys.
I also did that.
Good, good. I did tell her that in the video I sent her. I gave her a video too. Anyway,
There was a video. There was text tutorial, step by step.
I literally wrote it
instructions.
out too. Anyways, so you take your broccoli, you put it in a bowl.
I did that.
You put a decent amount of olive oil, just enough to coat it. Okay, you don't want to drown the sucker.
I maybe.
We'll get to that in a minute. Let me finish the recipe. Let me get to that. We'll get to that. So you coat it, and then you pick out like a spice. Like Mara liked lemon pepper.
Yeah.
I like to use lemon pepper as well, but if I don't have it, I like a garlicky kind of spice that I just have on hand. And you put some in. You mix it up with the olive oil. It sticks to it. It's great. Okay. You take a pan. You put.
Right.
This one might have been my fault. I don't know if I told her to put parchment paper
Oh,
down.
you did.
Okay. You put parchment paper down. You're right. It was in the video.
And also in the step-by-step instructions that I read thoroughly.
Yes.
Yep, I read that word.
You put parchment paper down. Not wax paper, guys. Big difference. You want parchment paper. You spread your broccoli out that you mix together. It's all good. It's got the good stuff on it. You spread it out. You don't want it overlapping so that it all gets like a little crispy. And then you put in the oven. I put my oven at like 350. Could be 400 if I'm in a hurry. But I do
Mine was at 350.
Okay, 350. And you let it bake until it's like desired crispiness. I like it to be a little crispy on top, and then it's like melts in your mouth, and it's so good. And then you take it out. Now, Mara, can you tell me what you did?
Okay.
Super simple recipe, by the way. Go on.
My broccoli was in fact cut up, washed in a bowl.
Okay.
And maybe I got a little crazy with the olive oil. I'm thinking that too.
Okay, no hate to that. Some
'cause I
people just like it.
I just was really making sure it was covered, you know, because in my
No, I
mind,
get it.
I was thinking,
I've over olive oiled before. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal, but go on.
yeah, you would think.
Yeah,
you
go
would
on.
think.
Go on.
Well, in my mind, I was like, oh, you know, when you're making fried pickles in the air fryer and you bread them yourself and you really got to dunk it.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking, right? So I like really dunked it. And you would think that's the worst part, but it gets worse.
Okay.
And the lemon pepper's in there. It's looking good, you know. And then I was like, I don't even know if I have parchment paper. I didn't even bother looking. I was like, normally when a recipe says to use parchment paper, it's so that things don't like stick to your pan.
Yeah, fair.
So I was like, okay, I'll just spray it with Pam.
Even though she already olive oiled, but go on.
In my mind, Pam wasn't an oil. Pam was an
Oh.
anti-stick spray.
Okay.
And so I really coated my pan. I was not playing because
She
I've
did
had to
not
wash.
play.
I had to wash a pan before.
She should put the picture of the broccoli on her stories.
I
But-
definitely, I will include that with this audio so you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There was an ocean of oil going on, and I boiled my broccoli alive
Yes.
to
What
the point where it was just
color was it?
the darkest black that you can imagine, darker than midnight.
Oh,
Like,
man.
it was incredible how badly I messed this up.
Yeah, I'm feeling bad because I feel like I'm shaming you, but like
No,
I
this
can
is
only give you
hilarious.
so much help.
So I
And-
learned my lesson.
And like the sad part is that she still said she ate some of it.
I did.
Yeah. So
And honestly, it didn't taste like that bad. I definitely could feel that it was soggy a lot. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot of oil happening there. You want to know the worst part?
please.
I sent it to some of the people that I work with. I have a little part-time job at a restaurant right now.
Yeah.
And I sent the broccoli picture
Okay.
to some of the people that I work with because, you know, they all are very good at cooking in that place. They're always talking about recipes. I mean, we have a giant grill right there at our disposal. So, like, we try to experiment sometimes there too. You know, like, people are good in there, and I'm not. I showed everyone my broccoli picture. And let me tell you, one of my coworkers showed me the most beautiful display, like freshly cut lemons on the side of this, like, beautiful it was like the greatest presentation I've ever seen. And he looked at mine, he goes, I don't understand how you messed it up so bad.
None of us do. Well, I mean, I do now that I made her explain it to me. I was like, what did you do step by step? And she explained it. Then she got to the Pam. And I was like,
That's where the mistake was the Pam. And now
Yeah.
I know that parchment paper, it's not just to not have things stick.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Well, yeah,
But like okay, so I've
man.
also done it on like foil. When
Oh.
I didn't really use a lot of this was a long time ago when I
Yeah.
wasn't like I discovered parchment paper and how wonderful and versatile it is. But
I'm learning.
yeah, so now I'm more of a parchment paper over Pam kind of girly. Like if I
Okay.
bake cookies, I don't spray that pan. I just stick some parchment on there and it cools. You just stick it off. You don't have to like scrape the pan too much. It's
I
great.
need to go to the grocery store directly after recording this.
Yeah, actually, grandma's who I like kind of got she
She always
brought
had that stuff.
yeah she brought it
Always.
to my house for like a cookie baking day or something, and for like a Christmas time, and I was like, this is magic, and so now
Wow.
I buy that stuff in bulk.
I remember being little at grandma's house and she would always like have parchment paper on the counters. Like she would
Yeah.
like prep everything on it, then she'd move it right into the.
It's just wonderful. Oh, I'll use parchment for anything. If I'm like
Then what the heck is wax paper?
wax paper, what do you really use wax paper for? I've never really used it for anything, but it's
I
kind
know
of
I
the
have
same
wax
concept.
paper.
It's kind of the same concept, I think, but like you don't stick it in the oven.
You
Like
don't?
no, because it'll melt. It's wax. My mom made bagels once. Is it bagels? Bagels.
Bagels.
Sounds weird. But anyway, so my mom made bagels once and
Okay.
like homemade. She was really proud. And then she put it in the oven and they came back and they just were stuck to it because it melted. So she couldn't eat them at all.
Aw.
And like she made these things from scratch. I felt so bad for her. She was so sad.
Man.
But yeah, so like I used wax paper in the past for like I don't know, like if I melted chocolate or like I need something to cool it on, but like the wax in it, I don't know how to describe it.
So you just don't cook with
I
the
just don't
wax
mess
paper.
with it. I just don't mess with it ever
Just
since the
don't touch it.
bagels.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm just a parchment paper girly.
I think once when I was little, do you remember perler beads? Those little beads, and you would stick it, and it was like you'd have this flat thing with little pegs on it, and you would put the beads on it, and then you would put parchment paper, and you would iron it, and the beads would melt
Oh
together.
yeah.
I think one time I was trying to do that by my lonesome. You know, I was an only child, and sometimes I was like, I can do this without supervision. So I put my little perler beads on the thing, and I got what I thought was parchment paper. Now I'm realizing that was wax paper. And I tried to do the beads with the iron.
Oh man.
And I lifted the iron up, and everything was sticking, and I was like, wow, my perler beads really melted. And I remember picking it up, and it was like the paper and the beads, and it was like a glob of just...
Another really
melted.
bad example of not wax paper, but when I was little, I thought that because when straighteners finally came out, that's how old I am. Like straighteners weren't really a thing. I had a Barbie, and my sister had a straightener. She just got one, and I was like, I'm gonna straighten my Barbie's hair. That stuff's made out of plastic, girl. I burnt that Barbie's hair off so bad, and I was like, oh, like it was like stretch. It was like a cheese pool of like Barbie hair. It was so gross, and I was like, well, you've never looked worse, Barbara. Yeah, Barbara. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're gonna ask for a refund on this.
I think I definitely did that. I had a Barbie that you would have these like kind of waxy looking chalk stuff and a little straightener, and you would give her like streaks in her hair, and you could just rinse it out. That was really fun. I liked that.
Yeah.
That's all I have about Barbara.
Yes. So things are just not how they seem. So always get parchment paper, people, because I've used foil before, like I said, and it still kind of sticks to it. But parchment, it's great.
I think I'm gonna go home and go through all of my papers.
All of your drawer. Everybody knows what drawer you're talking about.
I have like 3 of them because they're really small and they're like stacked, and I don't even know what's in there.
The drawer that has the Ziplocs and the tin foil and the plastic wrap.
It always just kind of smells weird in there.
Yeah, it's just not great, but
kind of like cardboard. I don't know, like a weird smell.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Yeah,
because they're all in cardboard boxes.
Yeah. All right.
But anyways, back to your garden and how she's gonna try again at the broccoli. I'm gonna make her try again, and she's gonna do a really good job, and she's gonna taste the brilliance of that recipe. I love roasted broccoli. I love anything really roasted. Roasted potato, roasted cauliflower. Like, let's do it. So what else did you grow?
I successfully grew, and I am so proud of this one because everyone was preying on my downfall. Okay.
Oh, that's mean.
I felt like no one had faith in me, and by no one I mean I think my dad was really just like, you're not going to do that, because he didn't do it. But guess what, Brian? I did it. Watermelon.
Nice.
I was told it was really hard. Same with cucumber. We'll get into that, Brian. I hope you're listening.
We grow a good cucumber here in this household. We love cucumbers here.
Well, I was warned, like, if you touch a cucumber, like the vine or a leaf or something wrong, like the whole thing will die.
Didn't know that.
Apparently. And then I was told zucchini, though, like you could drop an atomic bomb on a zucchini and they just get stronger.
I love zucchini.
I tried to look up. I didn't do zucchini last year because I don't know.
If you ever do it again, like I will make you, if you bring the zucchinis, like your dad used to take grandma bananas.
Yes.
Bring me the zucchinis. I'll make you some zucchini cakes, some zucchini brownies. Like, let's have a good zucchini day.
Okay. I will bring you, I will plant zucchinis now because of that.
Yeah.
Muffins,
I got you.
Ooh. I thought about maybe doing zucchini chips.
Yum.
Kind of like a fried pickle, but like
any version. Zucchini. I love like making zucchini in the pan, anything. Put some Parmesan on the zucchini in the oven.
Yeah. I need to talk about my watermelon though.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I grew so many watermelon. I cut them all up. I had to like just start feeding them to the horses as treats because I had so much watermelon. I gave my mom a watermelon and then I gave her like more and she was like, stop, please. There's too many.
Bring them to my daughter. She's obsessed.
She just had a watermelon birthday, by the way.
She did.
Cutest thing. I have the other half of a watermelon best friend necklace.
Yeah.
I'm writing that on my resume. Really important. One of my watermelon, though, got so ambitious that it grew, like the outside of my box gardens, I have the chicken wire. It grew into the fence, And once it was ready, I had to like break it in half off of the fence because it like grew in between the chicken wire.
Dang.
And it was still good.
Ooh.
So everyone's saying that my watermelon like wasn't gonna make it and they're really hard. I did it on my first try
That's amazing.
into a fence and it was still good.
I love
And
that
I
for
ate
you.
it.
You're a watermelon like
so
connoisseur.
They also will take over like your entire garden. Like it traveled.
Oh yeah, that's how pumpkins are too.
Like crazy.
Don't plant those together. I learned the hard way. Anyway, go on.
Watermelon and pumpkin?
Yeah, or
Oh.
cucumbers and watermelons. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's where I messed up. My watermelon was next to my cucumber.
Yup.
And I think in the middle of them, like the vines were starting to grow. I got some type of weird, like hybrid looking
Yep.
thing.
Yep, we got those too.
What is that?
It's nothing.
I
Just
d-
give those to the goats.
I did. I just like left it there and I'm like, this is really strange. Because it was like a light green looking, but some of
Yeah.
them, honestly, at first I thought I made a cantaloupe somehow. Like I thought I was
Interesting.
combining the fruits and I thought it was a cantaloupe.
You're like, this is how cantaloupes are born.
yeah, like that fruit match game where you have to like combine two fruits and it becomes a
I
different
know.
fruit.
Yes, you do like that game.
I thought I did that in real life. It was crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Well, I love that you've just like turned into this fruit person.
I do. I love
And
gardening.
you're
I had
gardening.
carrots. I
You're
had
graduating into an adult
carrots. I am.
and a little Parmstead. But speaking of graduation,
That was good. That was so
this is why I should
good.
get the lists. But anyway,
Yeah, this makes sense.
let's talk about how you graduated.
Yeah.
That was such a long overdue.
It's crazy.
You went through so many roadblocks and hoops, mountains to climb
It doesn't
to
even
graduate.
feel real. I think that like my entire graduation, I blacked out. I actually had to ask people that was like attending the ceremony. I was like, was this just a really quick ceremony, or was I like?
You know, the worst part
Not
is that
there.
you spoke at
I
it,
did.
and you had to ask. Go on.
I did. Let's just start at the beginning.
Yeah,
of
let's
that.
talk about your graduation.
Right?
You woke up.
I woke up and I had one of my best friends, Bobby, come
I love
over
it.
to my house and she did my graduation hair for me.
I
And
love it.
I love her and I've done content for her and her salon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I met her.
Yes.
Okay.
She was at a wedding with us
Yes,
too,
yes.
doing hair too. I love her. I love
Yeah,
Bobby.
she was lovely.
She's dabbling in lashes now and I'm
Nice.
excited to see what she does with that.
Love it.
Anyway, so Bobby did my hair. I had like 9 different dresses I couldn't pick. I ended up picking one that I already got like a long time ago and I was like, I'm never going to wear this, and then I wore it. Whatever, no one cares about that part. Let's just go to the speech.
Tell us the speech. Her speech was iconic.
Somewhere I still have the paper of my speech.
Can I say it? Can I just say it? She
Yeah.
referenced the Barbie movie.
Of course I did.
Yes.
Of course. That was my ending quote on my graduation speech, was a quote from the Barbie movie.
Yeah. Loved
and
it.
I felt like it was very important. I drive a bright pink car. Like
Yeah.
I have the
What, like it's
vibe.
hard?
Oh, Legally Blonde. Love
You had
it.
to.
I also opened my speech talking about Taylor Swift's graduation speech.
I love it.
And it was during like the Eras tour, so I felt like I was very like on
Yeah,
brand.
she was.
then.
She showed up and showed out.
I was excited about it. I didn't even get to walk in with like my graduating class. I walked in with the dean of the college and all of these professors that were like decked out and stuff, and then like here I am going with my
Yes.
tassels. I actually got to walk twice. I got 2 bachelor's degrees and they had me walk the stage, sit back down, switch my tassel, go back up, walk again.
Dang, girl.
It was so fun. I liked it. I got my steps in that day. It still like does not feel real. Like I look at my degrees hanging on my wall and I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're like, what do I do with those?
How did I do that? And honestly, this is my first time saying this out loud to someone. I mentioned it to my mom once,
Okay.
but I am really thinking about going back.
Really?
I am.
I have not heard this.
I am. I mean, I kind of felt like I was going to eventually. I just didn't know when, and I'm not 100%.
What are we thinking?
I'm actually thinking about going more into psychology.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy. I started out undecided and then I switched to psychology because I like really loved it. I think it's so fascinating. And now I'm working a lot like with marketing, and I feel like, yes, my business degree is helpful, but I feel like I use so much psychology in it and like the behavior of consumers and all of that good stuff. I could do a PowerPoint over it.
As you should.
But I think psychology's like a lot. And then part of me even was like, what if one day I do like counseling on the side? And I never thought I wanted
Great.
to do that.
I need someone to talk to.
I
Go
got
on.
you.
Yeah, let's go.
I got you. I've been looking at just like counseling stuff, and then maybe even like life coach eventually. I've been listening to a lot of Leo Skepi. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's like, he has princess aura, but he's also Albanian, and he like gives off mafia vibe. Like he looks like he belongs in the Albanian mafia,
Okay.
but like he acts like a princess, and I love
I'm here
him.
for that, yeah.
I love him, but he like does life coaching stuff, and he also has a podcast, so I've been like watching a lot of that. And then I don't know, I'm like, I loved college, and not a lot of people say that, but I loved it.
I didn't mind it. I just didn't love the price.
Yeah, that's the only thing right now that's like getting me.
Yeah.
I worked my butt off in undergrad, and I have no student loans right now. That's like what's stopping me. I'm like, oh,
You're like, I don't want to be back in that.
Yes,
the thick of it.
And like, I know this time around there's going to be a loan.
I
Like,
think
there
that
has to be.
it was more stressful just figuring out how to pay for it than to actually do it.
Absolutely. Like, if I didn't have to think about like how I'm going to make all of my payments, like I would break down each semester into payments and like pay it off while I was going to classes. If I didn't have to think about the payment side of it, I would have been so much
you'd have
better.
so much more free time to actually think about your studies.
Yeah, I probably would have retained a little bit more, perhaps.
100%.
I can't believe I graduated. That still feels
I
so
know. It's so cool. I went, obviously.
weird. Of course.
Yes, it was at the same place she graduated high school, which I thought was crazy.
Wanna
You
know
graduated in the
something
same
even
place.
crazier?
Please.
The same place that I graduated high school and college. I am going next month to a concert. Guess who it is?
Oh my God. I can't.
It's so funny.
Is it Kesha?
No.
I would die. I was like, there's no way Kesha's coming to Trumbull County, but like,
No.
please.
I wish.
I was like, God, go.
Soldier Boy.
Oh my God.
And I just want to say that I gave my
I
speech.
think you sent me that.
Yeah.
You were like, Soldier Boy's coming. I was like, oh,
I thought it was, I'm going.
okay. Throw some D's on that.
That's
okay.
what right. I just think it's hilarious that the same stage that I got like my highest education honors awarded to me, and I gave a speech. Soldier Boy's gonna be like throwing bars down.
Oh my God! Wow!
I performed there first.
What a full circle universal moment!
Right? I also had a dance competition there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Speaking of the universe,
Yay!
how about that solar eclipse that happened last year?
That was crazy too. Also, let me just say, having a whole like solar eclipse like that,
Happened
and it
right
was like
before your graduation and everything. Like,
that,
dang.
and also right after I had like my crazy breakdown about like what's the meaning of life, and then like a once in a lifetime like full solar
I
eclipse.
know. Where were you?
I was in the parking lot of a banquet hall.
Oh, were you you were at work or?
I was at work, and then I was leaving work, and I tried to take this back way home because I wanted to be with my horse and the goats at the time.
Cute.
I know. I thought that'd be fun. And also there was a partial solar eclipse like years ago. It wasn't anything crazy, but I was with that same pony at the time, and I was like, that'd be cute. Like, look,
That
girl,
would be cute,
like, we
yeah.
had 2 solar eclipses together.
Aw.
But also I heard that like when the sun comes back or something, they like freak out a little bit, so I kind of wanted to be there.
Aw,
So I was
emotional
trying-
support.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah.
I was trying to take all of these back roads
It's
home.
really just Mara freaking out. The horses are fine.
Yeah, they literally did not care. They're like, okay. Like,
Mara's like, the sun.
I'm like, are you guys okay? And they're like, who? What?
Yeah.
Do you have a treat?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Feed me, gosh dang it.
Yeah, but I didn't make it home in time.
Aw.
So I was like, you know what? Here I go. And I went into this random parking lot, and there was no one else there. I had a very good view.
I love that.
And no one was there, and it was silent, and
You
it
had your
was-
little glasses. You
I
were ready.
did. I had my glasses. I have crystals in my car all the time.
Yeah.
So I took my crystals out of my car, and I like sat them in the parking lot with me, and I was like sitting there chilling, vibing.
Yeah, you were ready. You were ready to
Yeah.
soak this eclipse up.
I was like, this is what I need, you know? And
Yeah.
part of me was like, I saw all the Facebook posts of everyone saying the world was going to end. So I was like, well,
Oh, really? I didn't see a lot of that. Good
I
thing it
had
didn't.
a lot of like panic people on my feed.
That's not great.
But I was already panicking about other stuff. So I'm like,
That's true.
like it didn't really faze me.
Yeah.
I was chilling. And I got a really good video on my phone of it. Everyone was like, you're going to ruin your camera doing that. Put the camera behind the glasses.
Yeah, and your phone's fine?
Yeah, she's good.
Okay, amazing.
She's good. Where were you?
Was in my driveway. I had a perfect view. It was great. My sister came over. I think both my sisters came over. I'm not really sure. And her kids. And we celebrated her son's birthday. He wanted us to sing him happy birthday in the middle of the eclipse. Okay, slay.
That actually, that's pretty iconic.
I would do the same thing. I'd be like, okay, this moment is actually not for the sun and the moon. It's for me. Was it? Yeah. It was
the
for
moon
me.
went in front of the sun.
So, he really made it about him, and I'm here for it. And
that is like his mother on the 4th of July with the fireworks. So that adds up.
Yes,
that tracks.
yes, very genetically in line.
Yeah.
Just like the sun and the moon.
That was so good.
Thank you. So I was freaking out as a mother of young children. I had literally just turned 4-year-old at the time. And was freaking out that she was going to blind herself by
Like
looking up
staring
at
at
it. Yeah, and like, the grandparents were there, and they're like, she'll be fine, she'll wear the glasses. And I'm like, my kid is feral. She's going to take them off. She's going to like lose her eyesight. I was like, this is it. Like, oh my God. Or like, our lives are going to change forever.
Yeah.
And,
meanwhile, I'm in a parking lot somewhere with crystals. Like,
yeah, like I'm over here freaking out, and she's like vibing with her crystals. And then I just left my son to nap inside because he was very young at the time. So he was inside living his best napping life while I was. He
doesn't even know what happened.
He's like, what eclipse? And my daughter did fine. She wore the glasses. She was a great listener. She never doubt my child. She is a boss.
She is such a boss.
She's literally a boss. She's amazing. So she has her eyesight, everybody. It was a good time.
She's still seeing.
I think I freaked out because I'm health anxiety. I was like, did the glasses not work all the way? Like, am I gonna get blind? Like, I freaked out for nothing.
That's so bad. That's like me yesterday with my retinal detachment.
I know, it's hard being alive. But the eclipse was really cool. I enjoyed it. I loved seeing the pictures after of everybody because everybody was a photographer that day.
Of course.
Yeah, everyone was comparing everybody's photos. It was insane.
You know what else people were pretending to be a photographer with? Which, like, not a bad thing because there were some, like, really cool pictures out of it.
What?
The Northern Lights.
Oh, yeah, that was cool. Here. I did not see it, but my sister did.
Really? I texted my boyfriend that day and I was like, should we maybe, like, go on the drive? And we did. We drove up to the lakes. And we went out there and there was like an observatory place that I didn't even know existed, and I definitely want to go out there at night when it's clear and try to like look at the moon.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I went out there and there were just so many people, but it was all dark because no one wanted to like do their lights, and I was trying to play with my camera a little bit and I thought I ate, and then I saw other people's pictures. I was like, I fear that I did not eat. I starved a little actually, but
you're still hungry.
Yeah. But that was really cool.
Very nice. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I saw a lot of like reds and greens, but other people were seeing the pinks and blues, and I'm a little jealous about the pinks and the blues.
Amazing.
I wanted to see that.
Yeah. I saw nothing. Cool. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you like in the area and just went outside? Oh.
I was like, It wasn't in the cards for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But I did get to see everybody else's, and I'm sure maybe one day I'll see some Northern Lights. We'll see.
I think maybe we should just fly out to our one cousin that lives literally underneath the Northern Lights.
Yes. Agreed. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Be like, hey.
We're on our way.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. Actually, surprise. We're not going to tell her. We're just going to show up. Yeah.
I don't even know how to like navigate out there.
We're going to actually not do well, but we're going to try.
No. We should probably order like snow suits. Do you own a snow suit?
Ooh, let's get some huskies. Some doggos.
Wait, what if we're on like the sleds?
Yes. Actually, it's really more on a sled and I'm just pulling her.
You're like behind. Oh, I could put you on like a tube, like an inner tube.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. We're going to have a great time.
Maybe we should get like helmets though. I feel like me and you trying to do like some type of like sport related thing.
Yeah. Alaska's not going to know what's coming.
No. No one will actually. They'll see us and be like, what is that?
Yeah, I wish I would have saw some Northern Lights, but it's okay.
There was also, I guess, during the Northern Light. Oh, maybe it wasn't the Northern Lights. Maybe it was the eclipse. There was a planet. Like a planet, like very visible. I think it was during the eclipse. Like the eclipse was happening, but then like if you look to the right, it looked like a very bright star, but it was like Venus or something.
Oh my goodness. Are you sure it wasn't one of those UFOs that everyone keeps seeing everywhere?
Oh, apparently those are the size of a minivan.
Really?
I haven't seen one personally.
A
I don't know
minivan?
what I do.
Or I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A caravan. Isn't that what they're
Caravan?
called? A Dodge Caravan?
Probably.
Those are those big
You
ones
just
with the
came out
slide.
real southern. I like to hear.
Dodge Caravan?
But yeah, so very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
very
there's
nice.
planets out there.
Yeah,
It
there
was
were
cool.
planets out there. It's crazy. You're like more into that stuff, like the crystals and like
Mhm.
all of that. So,
I
so did you
actually-
feel like better after the eclipse? Did the crystals work?
I don't know if the crystals worked.
Because you were like in a sort of bad place before the
Yeah.
eclipse, so I don't know. Did you feel like more enlightened?
The eclipse happened like maybe a month after I just like spiraled out of control. Like I think I hit my like rock bottom, and then the eclipse was
Get
happening.
it? Crystals, rocks. Cool.
I was trying.
I liked it. I liked it.
I guess like during that I don't want to call it like a spiritual awakening or something. I know we kind of talked about like what happens after you die and stuff in that last episode.
Yeah, we did.
And,
we
like-
really did.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really like found the answer, you know?
Okay.
And I would still panic about it, but something that helped me is like I would just try to like be more present, and by doing that I'd like play with my tarot
I was
cards.
gonna say, did you ask the cards?
I did.
Heart of the cards or whatever my
I
husband
did.
says. I'm sure that's off of something nerdy, but
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Does someone know it?
he always goes every time we play like a card game. He's like Heart of the Cards, and I'm like, what do you mean?
What is that? Yeah, I
So,
don't. I've never said that.
If
to
you
my
know,
tarot card.
comment. Maybe you know, but anyways.
Maybe.
Okay, so what the cards say?
I don't remember what they said, but I do remember it being good. But after the solar eclipse, I started seeing like angel numbers again, and I've
Oh, yeah.
always been very into that. I have 222 tattooed on my side, and I started seeing like the 222, and the eclipse was like around that time, I think, or a little bit after.
Okay.
It was like very close, and I remember seeing like the angel numbers all day. And then since then, I was like, well, the world didn't end, and like we got to see this really cool like science thing, like that was cool. And then I don't know, I just found like a peace with it. I was like more into my crystals, just something to bring me some sort of peace.
Yeah, I like made something a little bit more concrete for you.
Yes.
Because sometimes I feel like you're very like,
I want answers, like, and I
Yeah.
want to know things, and like stuff like that you can't know. And I think that's when the spiral happens. It's like
Yeah.
nobody knows. So I was
I
like, you know what?
know.
I'm going to use the crystals, the energy, the tarot cards, and I'm just going to give myself some type of answer. And then I started seeing the angel numbers with it.
I like that
Yeah.
for you. I think sometimes in your spirals, I think it's nice for you to come up with your own answers.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think like, I don't know, and I can't speak for everybody who's talked to you on this. I'm sure a lot of people have come in and consulted, but like sometimes I'm very honest with you and I say I can't answer that.
Yeah, you do.
And I think
I think most people are pretty like, at least the ones that I like keep close in my life to talk to about that stuff, they'll be flat out with me.
Yeah.
And it does help. But
Yeah.
then there's
you have to come up with your own
Yeah,
answers
I have to
sometimes.
figure something
and
out.
I think that it makes you better and it's therapeutic for you to find your own answers. Because you have to work through it. And I think that's why we maybe tell you. Because it's nice to work through your own problems. So,
It is nice. It
Yeah.
does help because now, like, what if there's a time where, like, I'm not able to, like, talk to someone about something and I'm, like, get myself in a spiral? At least I'll be able to know, like, I worked myself out of this once before
yeah.
and I can work myself out of it again.
Amazing.
I do have to backtrack for 1 second on this.
Please.
We were talking about kind of, like, I guess manifestation could fit in this group of, like,
Okay.
crystals and stuff.
Agreed.
This is just one little weird thing that I think about all the time. Before I was asked at graduation to be the speaker, and I'm talking like semesters before,
Yeah.
right? Like I was involved with the honors program. I was involved in stuff. I wouldn't say that I was like the star student, you know, but like
I think Kent liked you a lot.
I do think that. I think I had a very good experience there. But something in my head, I would always say, like, what if I get to be, like, the student speaker one day? And it wasn't, like, something that I would go and apply for or, like, I ever talked to anyone about. Like, it was solely in my head. And I swear that I manifested this. I thought about this thing so much that the day that they asked me, like, do you want to be the speaker? It, like, made sense to me. I was like, this one like adds up.
Oh my gosh, then it happens.
Yeah.
And then you even worked for them for a little bit.
I
Like
did.
things actually did like manifest and happen. So.
Yeah. I
So
got to
very
do some
cool.
like content stuff with them, which was crazy because it like aligned with my own business and it's just everything.
See, everything works out. See, it's
Everything
nice
worked
to find
out.
your own answers and to
Yeah.
manifest things. And look at you now.
It's working.
I know. It is working. And you're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're
Kris
welcome.
Jenner.
You're welcome. Oh, I'd love to be her.
Oh, right.
Please, wouldn't everybody?
She knows what she's doing.
I know.
I wonder if she ever has like imposter syndrome or something. I think about that. That might be another whole episode is
Yeah,
imposter
that's a whole
syndrome
other
right now.
thing. Agreed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, guys, I'm so glad that I got to chat, make
Yeah.
a grand return.
This was fun. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't have anyone else on this couch.
Oh,
On this
it is
rainy
my
day.
couch.
Yeah.
It's my couch.
Imagine I just invite other people to your
Yeah.
house.
I like
on the
walk
couch.
in one day. They're
And I'm
just
just like here chatting.
podcasting, and I'm like, okay, carry on.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Guest speaker.
Don't forget to fold my laundry. But okay.
Got it. Drop it
Okay.
over in the corner.
Yeah, love that.
Well, this is going to be part 1 of who knows of the finale of season 3.
Yes, and she's got some like fun stuff. I guess we could save it for the third one.
I think the grand finale. I will definitely spill what I have
Planned.
planned. What's in my thoughts? I'm very excited.
Check her out at Thoughts Podcast.
@_Thoughts Podcast on Instagram, and welcome to the beginning of the end of
I
this
love
season.
it. I love
I don't
it.
even know what to say. Bye, guys.
Bye.